They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. With his voice, shouted him apart.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms... No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. Right then.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting? Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market.
Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves. Here you stand, talking to a married woman. Why? Am I that interesting? Or perhaps there are other things on your mind?
What is it?
Do you hunt? The plains outside Whiterun are ripe with game.
Oh yes. Hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman, down by the main gate.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More in the finest weapons and armor. Don't forget to check inside the shop. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane's got that honor. Have you met my father? He's the steward up at Dragon's Reach.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now don't let the name worry you. Adrienne, at her forge, just outside. Place is named after her. War Maidens. It's a childhood nickname given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters? That'll be the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater. He's an honorable enough man. Never done wrong by me or my kin. Things are tough for him now, I'd wager. What with the fighting and the dragons. But Balgroof's a tough old Nord. He can handle it. Good doing business with you.
What? Why are you looking at me? Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure. Whatever.
I get them from the farm's daily museum.
If you were getting them from my farm, they'd be twice as fresh.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come.
look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too. I think I can teach you a thing or two. Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I offer these for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. Long live the Empire. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Is he nothing? Anytime soon? So don't talk bits and baubles for sale. All crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at your Vasker. The Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Holds. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing Battleborns. Don't even get me started on that lot. Huh, they put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Greymane. Huh, now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. Take a look.
Suit yourself, then.
You
Your
take
son
care of
chose his
yourself
side
now.
and he chose poorly, and now he's gone.
Ulfred,
Such is the way of
patron of the great clan
Accept his loss,
Battleborn.
the better.
A name I'm sure you know well. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, the Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that. But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coins. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. And what have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old. For Clan Battleborn, they cry in the meat. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words
Never
will.
accept his death.
You watch
My son
yourself out
still
there.
lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my four-out?
The finest cuts, fresh from the
Do
wilds.
you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Cal. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you some of the same.
Had enough. Come on.
Do you get to... Oh, it took... I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable, of course.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Good hunting.
Lilith, always a pleasure.
Life's hard enough with all these men proppers. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
When I get home, I'll...
You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single.
Perfect.
They'll never understand.
Absolutely perfect.
No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind.
Treat yourself and your
Right
kid
now,
with a choice cut of
all
steak,
that matters
tender
is my
rack
daughter
ribs.
Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure that's something you need.
Plenty of people here that need your lunch craftsmanship, my dear. We've never had any reason to deal with those caravans of theirs.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shit, that's what it is.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
Think you can go blade to blade with me?
Need anything
You'd be
else?
dead in
Just let
6
me know.
seconds. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true
same
Nord
here.
never
Yes,
misses a
Mom?
chance to test her worth.
I'll be needing you to mop the place down extra tonight. Lots
You've been
of
talking
space.
to those companions?
Of course,
Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. Good. Chat time's over. Want to hear a little Nord wisdom? And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Big one.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. You're someone who can get things done. I like that. Yeah, whatever. Keep walking, Softgut. I'm more woman than you can handle. Mm-hmm.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, Poetry? I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. Maybe you're right. I guess I just didn't want anyone to think I couldn't handle one Nord lass. On my honor, I won't bother Carlotta ever again. Some parting advice? Women love sonnets.
If it's work, depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both? Now please, no more questions.
We drink to our youth, days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. Blood and our steel we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer. Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale. Really? You convinced that loot player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a gray maid doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep.
Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables.
I'm sorry I asked.
Did you know there are some fruits that actually better in the cold weather?
Come to Olava for a reading, did you? Sorry, pup. Quite in the mood.
We've got small weapons as well as big. Maces, daggers, that sort of thing.
You'd be surprised how much work it is selling things at a stall. It's not all standing around and chatting. Need something? Hey, you want to play a game? Really? All right, you pick. Tag or hide and seek. I know all the good spots. You don't stand a chance. You stand right there and count to 10. No peeking. Ready? Okay, go!
Damn those Greymanes to a... More bad blood between the houses. Fralya is convinced our family is somehow at fault for the loss of their son. There's no reasoning with these people anymore. Long live the Empire.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. I just want to go home and read.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's... I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby. But I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. Wait,
worse than nothing. The Imperial machine enforces the will of the
You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the... Well, I call it blasphemy. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is... Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am... So rise up, children of the Empire! Rise up, Stormcloaks, embrace the word of mighty Talos!
Are those two at it again?
I knew it!
Watch the eyes. This should be good.
Come on! Asura, curse you! Pull him back!
A fight.
You're pathetic!
You dare fight a Dunmer?
What is it? I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost it. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over. I wasn't... Wandered around as a blade for... The money was good, and the women were good. I was lucky the companions found me. Now, of course the money is still good. And the drinks. Ask any fool around here and get a different answer. Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other. None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of Jarls. So you think you have what it takes? Huh. Lucky for you. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. I'll take my leave then.
You might do well to look... Smaller weapon. Carry your style a bit.
Tiny blades don't hurt enough. A sword needs weight.
Oh, I'm just a servant. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. He took me in and helped me, and we've done as much as we can. But remember, Whiterun is home to the companions. Any dragon that comes here will get more than he's bargained for. I think. Oh, I'm not a companion myself. I just helped Vignar. He took me in when I was having a tough time, and to hear Vignar tell it, we're a bunch of layabouts and useless whiners who used to know how to fight. But he thinks everything used to be better. I, for one, would trust any companion with my life.
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met? I'm sorry if I've forgotten. Hmm? We're the best damn fighters in Skyrim. At least, some of us are. In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you. If you're looking to join up, Codlak's the one to be talking to. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight. All right, then.
What kind of weapon do you prefer? I like the smaller, quicker blades.
Yes, you're very fond of saying that. You know I like hammers and axes.
Aren't they slow? I can get in and out before you have one swing.
Let's test that out sometime.
Ah, fresh blood. Why would you even come to Jorvaska without knowing what we stand for? This is not play acting here. We are the true spirit of Skyrim. If you seek either, you've found enough, it'll be me. In the meanwhile, the Circle handles our daily routine. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But
Great.
we can.
Another ambitious visitor. You'll hear some of the... I've got no... Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own... To hear... I love... We were brought... He left to fight in the Great War.
A stranger comes to
and
our
never
hall.
came back. So he's not my problem anymore. Aye.
Why, you little filcher? I think you've been taking things that don't belong to you. Pay your... We may be...
one day when you and I are on the circle, we could change how things are run around here.
I don't think that's how the circle works.
They're lording it over us all the time, though.
Young warriors are smart to listen to older ones. They've lived. Fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
Yes?
I haven't seen you before.
Oh, I'm just a servant,
have I?
dear.
Have we met?
You want... I've been tending to the warriors of your Vaskr for as long as I can remember.
I had a bad time a few years back, and I turned to drinking.
Let me show you the power of Talos Storm Crown, born of the north, where my breath is long winter. I breathe
Damn, Avelstein Greymane and I were best friends as children. If I see that traitor again...
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as...
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time. All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taken to the Stormcloaks.
Who's this then?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
all right,
starting to think...
I want to hear what he has to say.
If my cleaning gets in your way, say the word and I'll
What's
be off.
this about Riverwood being in danger? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. I'll introduce you to Farengar. He can be a bit... difficult. You know. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Farengar,
I wonder what Irileth is so excited about. I wonder what Irileth is excited about.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This... isn't a death or glory mission. I need
I'll see you at the Watchtower as soon as the rest... Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
The gods in Dragonreach say you've aided the... on behalf of Whiterun. Thank you.
Looking for my zine? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
I work with my mom. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun mostly. Hard work.
Here's the situation. A dragon is attacking the Western Watchtower.
A dragon? Now we're in for it.
You heard right. I said a dragon. I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how could we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question.
What do you need, my friend?
None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster?
Did you know there's some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
No, Housecar.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. Gloria, it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn right. Let's move out.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Cause trouble in Whiterun and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
No signs of any dragon right now. But it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsman, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count! Come on! Save us!
Good!
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragon? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather... to tell stories about the Dragonborn. That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn, like old Tiber's himself.
I've never heard of Tiber's.
He summons the Thum. There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irle? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irle. Tell us. Do you this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a North.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in. I'm taking command here for the moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
I can't believe it. You're... We taught that dragon not to Whiterun, didn't we?
I'm proud to be your battle brother, Dragonborn. Whiterun doesn't need to fear.
Look, you've already been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. Need something? A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. We will... Do you have news of our quarry? It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. I ain't done nothing.
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thume or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Grey. You've done a great service for me in my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, taking you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tibeseptim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Brungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here?
All this standing around is rubbish. It means you can kill dragons and steal their power. Even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a Dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. Not since Talos himself walked the 7,000 steps to High Hrothgar. They live in seclusion on the slopes of the throat of the world. They are masters of the Way of the Voice. If you really are Dragonborn, they're the ones who... No, nonsense.
May the gods
Why,
watch
you
over your
puffed
battles.
up ignorant.
Well, in the
These
old
are our
tales,
sacred traditions
the
that go back to the
Wolfhearth
founding of
was
the First
dragon
Empire.
in the very
Maybe we'll
oldest
meet in the
tales.
field.
Back
Let's pray
from
we're
when
on
there
the same
still
side.
were dragons, and they're the masters of... If you're really Dragonborn, they'll want to talk to you. In the old stories, No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. If it's the war you're referring to, no doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people. The day might come when I am... But that day has not come. With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his... We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we... Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is... Hrongar,
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a...
From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon? It revealed something new.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Lead the way.
Why, you did it. You killed the dragon.
There's been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. Such a thing. Surely that's not possible.
I'd be a lot warmer here with a belly full of meat.
the best you can do?
Who's there? Rodolphe? That you? Boss was looking for you, said he'd be up at the summit. Better not keep him waiting. Good luck out there.
Over here!
What's that? Found you!
So much easier when you're dead.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords!
That's all you got? Tell you what.
What was that?
That's it?
Huh?
money's on the big one.
running, so I can stab you. Skyrim belongs to the North. Scared to death.
You looking for a new blade? Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven. I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. I could forge you a war hammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut.
Oh yeah? What would you rather do? Hold up. We play tag. You're it.
Spoken for, you know, so don't get any idea. I'm glad we're...
I got this for you.
I have something.
It's nothing big, but I hope you like it.
It means so much to the claw back where it belongs.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back
We got
to the way
rooms
it
and
used to
food.
be.
Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Mm-hmm.
You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools.
Whatever you need.
I've got your back. All right, what is it? What do you need? Still need me to do something? What do you need? Still need me to do something? I've got your back. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Let's get going then.
Got some good pieces out here if you take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. You lead, I'll follow.